The U.S. Defense Secretary admits the current plan for the war in Afghanistan isn't working.
To understand it's my responsibility. We're not winning in Afghanistan right now, and we will correct this.
Senator John McCain told Secretary James Mattis he is frustrated with the amount of time it's taking the Defense Department to release a new strategy. Last month, the Pentagon said it was thinking about sending more troops to Afghanistan. Joining us now is Ben Collins, former Army Special Forces officer who served 3 full tours in Afghanistan. Welcome to the program, Ben.
Thank you, Lauren.
Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, in a Senate Armed Services hearing, told Senator McCain, "We are not winning in Afghanistan right now, and we will correct this as soon as possible." Why is the U.S. losing the war there?
Well, I think there are a few reasons. One, when President Obama conducted the mini surge or the surge into Afghanistan, he did so, and then right away he also laid out an exact timeline for when he was going to withdraw. What that did was 2 things. One, it told the enemy forces there, it told the Taliban, and it told the al-Qaeda-aligned jihadist groups that all they had to do was wait us out. It also told the Afghan, citizenry that all the support that they'd gotten used to, not just from a military, but from economic and from a political stability, was going to leave as well. And so they knew that a vacuum was coming, and all the Taliban had to do was wait it out.
What should that strategy be to combat that war?
Well, so I think that for many years, we essentially looked at this as a military solution in the lead with a diplomatic and a political solution in support of. I think we need to look at it very differently and flip that on its head. What is going to be the political and the diplomatic end state that we are willing, or that we are trying to achieve in Afghanistan? And by the way, it has to be feasible. It has to be a reasonable goal. And then you can walk that back and say, to accomplish those goals, what do we have to do militarily?
So we're talking about 3,000 to 5,000 troops that are being recommended right now. Are more troops really the answer here?
We have about 10,000 troops there right now. Now, one thing under President Obama is they were under very strict rules of engagement, meaning they had to get approval from pretty much the president to go outside the wire.
Outside the wire?
To go outside the fence and engage with the enemy. The big difference so far under President Trump, as we saw when General Nicholson, who commands the forces in Afghanistan, dropped the mother of all bombs, he had the authority to do that. And in years past, that would have taken, probably 3 weeks and 15, different memos to 100 agencies to get some approval for that. By putting those decisions back into the hands of the battlefield commanders, they are going to be more empowered. The biggest missing piece was when we left, we took our air power with us, and that's the close air support, that's the medical evacuation. The fact of the matter is the Afghan army is very nascent. It's in its early stages, and it wasn't built to fight without us for a long period of time. It was going to take years and years to really develop the capability. And so bringing back air power so that the Afghan forces know that if they engage with the enemy, that they're going to have
that backup.
They're going to have that backup, and if they get hurt, they're going to have that medical expertise. They're going to have that helicopter come and get them to some help. That is a huge, huge difference.
And I bet it's also a difference. We have to go now, but I bet it's also a difference psychologically for troops.
Without a doubt.
Yeah,
it will increase morale exponentially.
Ben Collins, former Special Forces officer in Afghanistan. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lauren.